G'day mates, Keg11 here and welcome to Monza for the 1998 Italian Grand Prix. Now we're coming into the proper nitty-gritty end of the season. This is the third last race of the season, so whatever happens in this race is going to set a big mandate for the next two races in regards to the World Championship table, because if you recall watching from the other videos, the World Championship battle for this year has gone down to be between Levin and Mika Häkkinen. Häkkinen won the last race in Belgium, but Levin is still 7 points behind, and Häkkinen's only World Championship contender. So there's a lot to do for Levin, so we can see if he wins the championship or not. Although, thinking about it, this will be a perfect opportunity to have a look at something that's been niggling at the back of my hand. If you remember back in San Marino, my engine blew out. Now, I brushed this off as, okay, fine, whatever. But looking at the proper history, Alexander Wirtz, his car expired on San Marino as well, and the next time that happened is here in Italy. So that doesn't say a lot for how I want to go, but I'm hoping it won't be the case. If it is, then it must be something to do with the code of the game. Anyway, looking at the real-life history of this race, Michael Schumacher won the race in Ferrari. Actually, it was a Ferrari 1-2, so the Tifosi would have been happening. And that put Schumacher at level points with Häkkinen going into the penultimate round at the Nürburgring. Häkkinen fell behind as the race went on, but almost caught the Ferraris, but brake failures and other problems saw him slide back. And rounding out the podium is Ralf Schumacher in the Jordan, so that makes it 3 races in a row Jordans have been on the podium. So now, look, with that done, looking at the point standings for our championship, as I said before, Häkkinen is in the lead on 82 points, but only 7 points ahead of Kent Levin. Levin now being Häkkinen's only world title contender. So where these two finish up in this race and the next race is going to really determine the championship. Michael Schumacher, he's no longer in the World Championship race, but he has got a little bit of an edge over David Coulthard to score third in the championship and helping Ferrari's championship hopes, because Ferrari's still in the World Constructor Championship, but only just. What will happen in this race will determine that result as well. Schumacher's teammate Eddie Irvine is in 5th place on 37 points, further 7 points behind Schumacher, and in turn 38 behind Häkkinen. Irvine is the only other driver of the top 5 that has won a race. Rounding out the point scoring standings is Untitled Chapter, the only Williams driver. He's been scoring quite well over the past few rounds, apart from the last round in Belgium. So has too Jean Alesi, although he has not scored on several occasions. And rounding out the point scorer positions, we got Damon Hill, Giancarlo Fisichella on 3 points, and Ralf Schumacher in the second Jordan, and Jarno Trulli both drawing on 1 point. And now looking at the Constructors' Championship, McLaren Mercedes is still well in the lead on 130 points. If they're able to get a good result today, that pretty much sealed the Constructors' Championship, because Ferrari is 42 points behind, but at this point, 3 1-2 positions for a team, that's I think 48 points. So after this race, McLaren is pretty much assured of the World Championship. Benetton Playlife are plodding along quite nicely in 3rd place. A bit off from Ferrari, but way ahead of Williams. So the efforts of Kent Levin will secure Benetton 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship again. Williams have had a big downfall, as we saw throughout the year, but still keeping some face in 4th in the championship. So that proves that despite no proper Renault funding, Mechachrome's going just fine. And reflective of the other the Drivers' Championship, Sauber is in 5th, Jordan on 6th, and Prost Peugeot in 7th position. And so now looking at the qualifying results for the Italian Grand Prix, Kent Levin starts on pole, 0.2 seconds ahead of David Coulthard, which isn't too bad for Levin's case. But Mika Häkkinen starts on the second row of the grid with Michael Schumacher. about 0.3 seconds behind Levin. So the top 4 drivers are quite close together. Let's hope this is reflected in the race to give us a really good race. On the third row of the grid, we've got the second Ferrari of Eddie Irvine with the Sauber of Jean Alesi. Jean Alesi did a good job in bringing the Sauber Patronus up to 6th place. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes there. Then on the fourth row of the grid, we've got Hans-Harald Frentzen and Damon Hill, both about a second and a half away from 11. And rounding out the top 10, we've got Giancarlo Fisichella and Johnny Herbert. Herbert performing quite well for Sauber, keeping them both in the top 10. So looking at that top 10, it should be a very interesting race. And I'm curious to see how this race will turn out. So without further ado, let's start the 1998 Italian Grand Prix. Right, here we go. We're back on the grid now for the Italian Grand Prix. I'm on pole again. Will I be able to convert this to a victory again? And as we pull away, it looks like they get along clean. Is anybody going to come up from the inside? Yes, Mika Häkkinen does. So Mika Häkkinen's in the lead, followed by Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari. So the Benetton Player Life engine still has a bad time with pickup, but the start is on your section of the race. I almost make contact with the Ferrari there. So as we complete the Rettifino now, yeah, not too bad, as we come across the Curva Grande as we start the Italian Grand Prix. It looks like a good formation between Mika Häkkinen, the Michael Schumacher, then Kent Levin, and then another driver behind me, I'm not sure. And I considered going for a move with Michael Schumacher as we go through the Rogier chicane, but to no avail, and that has put me way behind as we go into the Curva di Lesmo now. Yeah, there is quite a distance between myself and Häkkinen as I go off the course, lose a lot of speed, and I've lost them as David Coulthard on the next McLaren looks to make a move on me, but oh no, he's right by side as we come to the Variante Ascari. Who's going to lead? Levin is just put ahead of Coulthard as we go into the Ascari chicane. So lucky break there, but I go off the grass again, so that's lost me a lot of time, and it sounds like David Coulthard it might make a move on me as we come into the final corner of the track, the Parabolica. Braking now, 4th gear, 3rd gear, very clean through there, a bit wide I would have to admit, but I still hang on to 3rd place as we come across the back pit straight now to complete the first lap of the Italian Grand Prix. In the lead is Mika Häkkinen, the following behind them Michael Schumacher and Kent Levin, and behind me, no, David Coulthard's in the lead. Mika Häkkinen is right behind me. My apologies. So this is very interesting here that Mika Häkkinen and Kent Levin are right against each other in this battle, which could potentially dictate what's going to happen in the next few races in regards to the World Championship. If Levin finishes ahead of Häkkinen, then that's more points caught up. If Häkkinen gets ahead, more points for him. And it looks like Levin has caught up quite well into Michael Schumacher. That split board says 1:31.36, but that's not reflected here, where we were quite close to Schumacher, but now we're about the same distance as we were on the end of the first lap, and I've pulled a lot of distance from Mika Häkkinen, which is good. Which is really good. It's vital for my championship hope. That there's a lot of people out there for me to win the championship in only my 2nd season of Formula 1. Not a lot of people can claim to being able to be world title contenders in their 2nd year of Formula 1. Off the top of my head, there's only 2. Jacques Villeneuve in 1997 and Lewis Hamilton in 2008. If I have missed any, you can put that in the comments if you would like. But yeah. On that note, actually, both of them, Villeneuve, as Coulthard comes across the line to complete the fastest lap, and nothing's changed in the standing, apart from Eddie Irvine in the 2nd Ferrari, passing Jean Alesi, as Michael Schumacher himself scores the fastest lap of the race. So David Coulthard is not there for long. No, sorry, Levin scores the fastest lap. So what's next? Häkkinen's going to set the fastest lap because it was Coulthard crosses the line to score the fastest lap, then it was Schumacher, and then a few seconds behind it was Levin, as Levin is right up the back door of Michael Schumacher. So it looks like Kent Levin makes up a lot of time for himself in the first sector. But going through the second sector, specifically Lesmo, I lose a lot of time. So I'm not sure how it'll go. It may balance itself out or not. So let's hope that in the laps to come, Levin can able to get to the back of Schumacher as I cut this last bit of the Ascari chicane. So I hope I can catch up to Schumacher a lot in that first sector and able to catch him before I reach Lesmo. Because if I... Yeah, starting from here, the parabolic, if I get this one correct, which I have to a certain extent there, looks like I may not be able to now because my engine is fouled. So, thinking about it, that does confirm it, that this game, or maybe just sheer luck, that I've had the same amount of retirements as Alexander Wirtz in real life, which is a really big shame that I wasn't able to score this race, because I would have nearly won. Or got very, very close to winning the World Championship. So now, looking at the Grand Prix results now, David Coulthard ends up winning the race, actually. Oh, so it looks like not a lot of passing was taken from that. David Coulthard wins the race almost 3/4 of a second ahead of Michael Schumacher. But crucially, Mika Häkkinen finishes third. So he's going to extend his World Championship lead for quite a bit. So it's made it a bit harder for Levin to catch up within 2 races. The second Ferrari of Eddie Irvine, the number 1 Sauber of Jean Alesi, and Untitled Francis Williams round out the top 6. So now looking at the Drivers' Championship now, Mika Häkkinen has now pulled an 11-point lead over Kent Levin. So Kent Levin needs to beat Häkkinen in the next round, or otherwise Häkkinen's going to win the championship there and then. Michael Schumacher is in 3rd place on 57 points, scoring 6 points there, so his margin is almost level with Coulthard. So another few more good results for Schumacher should see him pass Coulthard for 3rd in the championship. Then following behind them both is Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Jean Alesi on 24, 15 points respectively, so their 6th and 7th places are assured. And then rounding out the point scoring positions is Damon Hill on 4, Jim Kofic on 3, and then Jan Chile, Ralf Schumacher on 1 point each. None of them scoring this round. And now looking at the Constructors' Championship, McLaren Mercedes are on 144 points, and therefore are the Constructors' Champions for 1998 as per real life. And it was no surprise there because they have been the most dominant team throughout the whole season, so there's no reason to say otherwise. Ferrari looks like they've assured the 2nd place with 97 points, unless they both completely found the next 2 races where Benetton can catch up. But if the rest of the race series is like this, then Ferrari is in 2nd place, Benetton Playlife in 3rd on 78, and then Williams Mecachrome on 24. And the rest of them Sauber Jordan Price hasn't changed from last race. So there we have it for the Italian Grand Prix, a bit quicker than I would have liked, but what can you do? Hopefully, if I said before about the ratio of retirements, same in real life, I should not be retiring throughout the last 2 races of the season, which are 2 tracks I especially like, and hope I can overhaul that 11-point deficit I've got behind Mika Häkkinen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this shortened version of the race, and I'll see you at the next round at the Nürburgring.